This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press here with Ill Will Brooks, the number 2 seed, lightweight division, going for that $1 million. Will, before we talk about anything, my skirt steak didn't come out that good, man. I think it was because I checked it. I didn't let it crust. Can you give me some more advice?
You got to let it sit there, man. People get too crazy with skirt steak. It cooks really fast. You ain't got to do too much. You cook it on on both sides for 2 minutes. Don't touch it. Just let it chill, man, like a high heat. You get a nice crust. You take that thing off for like 5 minutes and let it just sit there. People make a mistake. They want to mess with the meat, move it around, check it 100 times. When you check it, you separate that heat. Now you get all this moisture setting underneath there, man. You have an issue. So, yeah, man, you got to go back and practice it.
Yes, sir. I'll rewatch the video. Hey, real quick, before we talk about any fights, what's the next one going to be? What you cooking up next?
I'm not sure yet, man. We did those episodes, and we took some time off just to focus on getting ready for these fights this weekend, so right now I have no idea. Once these fights are done, I'll go back to the drawing board, figure out what we're doing next. But, I got a whole book of things that I like to do, so we'll go back and, we'll figure out what we're doing next,
The question everyone's obviously asking, possibly 2 fights in one night, 1 2-rounder, 1 3, but for you, how are you approaching it?
Nah, I approach it like a training day, We train 2 or 3 times a day. At times it's like you have one workout that's an hour and a half. That's longer than what a fight would be. You have another workout, you come back in a couple hours later, and you have another workout that's almost 2 hours, a hard-paced workout. So we're constantly competing all day, so it's the same approach. You take the same approach to how you do it in the cage or how you do it in the gym. So the way you practice is how you fight,
Now, talk about the mindset going into this one, because people were saying, the UFC, it ended the way it ended, but now obviously you're on a nice little roll. I mean, is it just a breath of relief? Is it just easier to get in there for the training, knowing that you're close to this one now? What's it been like this year?
It's been a good year, man. We've continued to do what we normally do, and that's go every single training camp and try to get better every single fight. And that's in regards to any promotion. Doesn't matter what promotion that I'm in. I'm always going to try to be the best Will Brooks that I can be every single night that I compete. So I don't care about what the logo is, but being with the PFL has been refreshing. I think myself and the PFL kind of in this rebranding stage where we're kind of in that same area at the same time, so it blends well, So, but I still have to go out there and compete at the same time. So that's what we're doing,
Let's talk about the first guy you'll be fighting at the least, in the quarterfinal, Rashid Magomedov. Some people saying he's kind of like that dark horse. Not a lot of people talking about it. He only had 1 fight in the regular season. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent?
Yeah, I have a great deal of respect for Rashid. I've trained with him for a long time. We've shared a gym together. We shared the gym together for part of this training camp. So I have a great deal of respect for him. I think he carries himself how you're supposed to carry yourself. Very much a class act in and out of the octagon or in and out of the cage. So I respect him a great deal. As far as this fight goes, it's a fight. We put all the respect and everything to the side. We go out there and do our job, and once the job is done, we'll go back and shake hands. But he's a very talented fighter. As far as him being a dark horse, I don't know if that's the case. I think it's just the way he carries himself. He doesn't talk very much. He doesn't say very much. So it's very easy to kind of overlook him. But as far as his skill sets go, that's a different story,
Is there any more pressure knowing, hey, possibly just 2 more nights and I win that $1 million?
No, not at all, because like I said, I take it 1 fight at a time, and I just stay focused on that. I can't predict what happens next. Can't predict who I'll fight next in the second round of the playoffs, So I can only focus on what me and Rashid have to get done in our fight and just keep moving from there.
Final question, have you thought about what you would want to spend the money on?
I've got a few ideas, a couple of things that I've been putting some energy into, but right now it's kind of like, just get there, you can't put the money anywhere. You can't spend money that you don't have, so it's, yeah, right, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it's collect these fights 1 fight at a time and then collect the paycheck, and then you go from there, But I do have ideas on what I would want to do, but right now I don't put too much energy into it. I just got to go out here and compete.
All right, well, Will, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. And fans, remember, you could catch Ill Will Brooks at PFL 9 this Saturday in Long Beach.